While Syracuse could take many things away from competing here at the Big East tournament in Hartford, they proved they could play without Nicole Michael by beating Seton Hall in the first round, and they proved they could make it to the conference quarterfinals. But one thing they can't take away is beating the #1 team in the nation, Connecticut.
Well, my mentality was just to keep being aggressive, and executing our offense. You see the scoreboard, but at the end of the day, you only can control what you can control. So
I thought that we competed and we played as hard as we could. Obviously, playing 3 games in 3 days is tough, and playing 3 games in 3 days in your third game being against UConn is really tough.
If you don't give up threes, you don't foul people, and you don't give up second shots, then we will win every single game we play.
So Syracuse unable to beat the Huskies again, and now we bring in David Resnick, who called the games for Z89. Now, David, is UConn a beatable team? Because Syracuse obviously not a match for them.
Well, when you look at the streak, at this point, 70 in a row after the quarterfinal matchup when Syracuse lost to UConn, all these games, David, have been won by double digits. So I think the simple answer, without going to specifics, talking about game planning against Maya Moore and Tita Charles, is no.
Well, Syracuse not being able to beat UConn, but they did get 2 wins out of this in a 3-game win streak. What can Syracuse take away from this Big East tournament?
I think really for the first time, Syracuse had 2 games it should win. The talent level was much better and on the favor of Syracuse's side, and it took care of business. The documentation of Syracuse losing games it should win, it happened this year, and especially losing games on the road or on neutral sites is pretty long. Syracuse came to this Big East championship and won 2 games for the first time since 2002. A game at all first time since 2005, and the first time under Coach Q in his 4 years as head coach.
Well, finally, the question probably burning on everyone's minds, NIT or the NCAA tournament, where is Syracuse going to go from here?
WNIT, 22 wins is a very good number, 22-10, but it's the wrong 22 wins. A perfect non-conference, but no marquee wins outside of the Big East. Just 3 wins, just 3 wins in the top 50, 2 over Rutgers and 1 over West Virginia. Just didn't get enough done, lost too many close games against teams below them in the Big East Conference standings. So back to the postseason, but second straight trip to the WNIT.
All right, David Resnick, you call the games for Z89. Thank you so much for joining us. Well, while UConn continues to break records, Syracuse is looking to get back to the NCAA tournament the first time in 2 years. And they won't find out if they did that until Monday. Reporting from the XL Center in Hartford, Connecticut, David DeGuzman, Citrus TV.